Yo, check out what Phenyx Pro is about to drop. I know what you're saying, another like cheap Chinese budget wireless IEM system that's gonna crap out or whatever. And I kind of thought the same thing when they sent me the email for this at first, but something that caught my eye, actually two things that caught my eye when I got the email announcing this product and its release is, number one, this is not a 2.4 gigahertz system like the X5 and some of the other ones that you've seen out there. This is actually 900 megahertz. This is UHF. This is actually radio stuff happening. I know 2.4 gigahertz is technically radio stuff, but that's in the Wi-Fi band, and that's where all of your cell phones and the whole crowd is gonna screw you up and cut out your ears when the show starts. But now with this is actually in the operating frequencies of wireless mics and IEM systems. So that's number one. Number two, it's actually stereo. If you see here, this little thing is one XLR connector, and that's not really stereo, right? But there's a little I'll show you in a second. There's a second port on the side for the left and the right, and then you can get stereo out of this little unit, which is pretty cool. I know a lot of you are just gonna use mono, and that's gonna be great because this is super convenient. Another third reason I'm excited about this, I know I said there was two, but now there's three. There's more than three, but really is that this thing is portable. Look at how small this is. Let me just pull this out. We got this little pack here, which is really sick. It's smaller than your average pack. And then you have this little transmitter, and that's all you get. You can throw this in your backpack, you can throw this in your pocket, in your guitar case, whatever, and bring it with you because it's so portable. Normally with IEM systems, you have to have a rack unit, and it's you know, however big, and it's clunky, and you gotta power it. This is battery powered, built in, which is awesome. You can charge it with my favorite plug ever, which is USB-C. The transmitter also charges with USB-C right here on the bottom, and they give you this little dual cable that you can charge with, so you can charge both of these units at the same time. So I've already opened the box for this and done some testing because I'm not gonna review a product that I haven't tested. Real quick, here's what comes in the box. You get the transmitter, you get the pack that you wear on yourself, you get a set of cheap little earbuds to get you going if you don't already have a set of in-ears. These actually look kind of nice. They have a little bit of an angle to them. They're not just the straight buds that might fall out, but it'll get you by in a pinch, or you can throw this in your bag for some spares. Also comes with this little 1/4 inch TS to XLR male adapter, and that's gonna be good for the PreSonus mixers and some of the mixers that don't have XLR outputs. So you can adapt this guy like that and plug it right into one of the outputs. You also get a 1/8 inch TRS cable to XLR female, which didn't come with my kit because I got the early release kit. That's gonna allow you to do the stereo thing that I talked about before. Check out the links below. That'll explain it a little bit more, but you can do stereo with it if you add the second input. And then you get this little carry bag if you wanna keep everything in one little pouch. Now, if you haven't caught on, Phenyx did send me this unit to review, so they're not paying me to like say anything positive or whatever. They're just paying me to show you the product and tell you the specs of it. But just wanted to get that out of the way and let you know that this is a sponsored video. There will be links also down in the description if you wanna grab a set of these guys. When I get the link from Phenyx for their website, I'll drop that as well. And if you purchase with the links, obviously it helps the channel. That's super sick and appreciated when you do that. But let me give you my honest thoughts and sort of first mini review of this. I actually tested it last weekend on a gig. So let me just roll a little clip from Matt from The Ramble, who kind of got the first reaction of this unit here.
All right, see how it works.
Let's see what it does.
Your mix should be on right now.
It sounds good already. I can hear it.
Ooh.
I'm serious. I can hear it. It sounds really good.
Heck yeah.
Oh, babe.
Yeah.
It feels good too. It's light.
It's small. It's USB-C chargeable.
I like it.
Hell yeah.
It sounds good already. I can hear them playing.
Cool. Heck yeah. All right, let's give it a shot.
So we used it for a 3-hour gig. Matt said that it sounded great. I have listened to it myself as well, and I agree that it sounds fine. There's no weird static noises or anything you might expect from like a lower end unit. And I was really happy with how clear the sound is with this guy, especially for the price. They're coming in at $170 for this kit from Indiegogo right now, and I think they're gonna be like $200 on their website when they're done. So when you're talking about IEM systems, that's definitely a budget-friendly system. The other great thing about this little kit is that it was so simple to use. It's got 16 selectable frequencies. There's no scanning or anything, so nothing fancy. You just rotate the volume knob, that turns it on, and then you got your headphone jack right up top. This is also the volume knob, super simple. And then you can power the transmitter on with the button here, and then there's a blue light that shows up when these two are linked, and it's that simple. You just use the arrow buttons, select the frequency that you want to use, they automatically pair up and you're good to go. Give this to your front of house guy or your monitor guy or gal and just plug it in and they will give you a wireless monitor mix. The great thing about this being so small and portable and not a rack unit is, once again, you don't have to power it. I don't have to plug it into AC power. I can just make sure I charge it on my way to my gig or the night before or whatever and bring it to the gig, plug it into one of my outputs, and then hand this to one of my musicians on stage. Or if I'm an artist, I could just hand this, again, to my monitor person or my front of house person, and they can just plug this right in to their console or to the Snake. I'm definitely gonna be keeping this in my Pelican or in my rack with me. It's gonna be great for me as a production company and a front of house guy to just have one of these spares. And it actually came in handy literally on my gig last weekend where Matt asked me, hey, do you have a pack for me today? I forgot mine at home. My answer was yes, I have this set up for you to try, and that's just awesome. It's so great that this is so small that I can bring it with me. I can keep it in my Pelican or my backpack. I'm actually gonna leave this in my backpack, to be honest. I'm gonna bring it to the venues that I work at so that I have a wireless cue pack, because I do monitors for artists all the time, and I wish that I could walk around and I plug my headphones into the console and that's cool, but I feel like this would be really sick to just have this available where I can just plug this into the console's output and just have my cue pack right here on me at all times and not have to bring in a whole rack unit just to have a wireless cue pack. Now, I can't tell you a ton about the range and the effectiveness and that sort of thing because I wasn't the one wearing this pack when I was testing it, but Matt had nothing but good things to say about it, which is telling me that it did its job, which was a small stage and, gave a wireless signal to the lead singer and no issues at all. So I think the range and the stability of this is gonna be great. If you have any issues, I think if you just take an XLR cable and extend your output to the front of the stage or somewhere, maybe up on a mic stand, you can just, throw a little bit of electrical tape around this and get it up off the ground and up in the air. I think that'll solve any issues that you may have, but it was rock solid for us when we used it last weekend. The battery life is also supposed to be 7 hours, it says on the package. I don't necessarily believe that, but even if it gets half of that, 3.5 hours, 4 hours, that's gonna be plenty for your cover band shows and your coffee shop gigs that are long, and any gigs that are less than 4 hours, I feel like you won't have to worry at all about the battery life on these. One of the cons is that, you can't actually open this up and just put new AA's in it, which does suck, and that is the nice thing about the bigger scale packs. At least with the transmitter, you have the USB-C on the side and you could just use the cable at the monitor desk or the stage rack and be like always charging it so the transmitter never dies. And then if you really wanted to, you could take this pack and put like a battery bank in your pocket and like extend the battery life on this in case of an emergency. Maybe you just have one of those little phone chargers and you just carry one of those with you as well. If you're shopping for a wireless IEM system and you're on a budget, or maybe you're just not doing gigs that are big festivals and stuff and you don't really need a $1,000 wireless IEM system, I think this would be a sick option. It's not 2.4 gigahertz like some of the other brands. It's super small, rechargeable, you don't have to power it. And all in all, it's just really portable and nice. The quality feels great. This pack is actually aluminum. And I'm gonna keep this in my backpack and do a bunch of gigs with it and see how it goes. But so far, I have nothing but good things to say, especially at a $200 or less price point. Let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are on this new Phenyx Pro product. This is in the budget category. I really appreciate Phenyx Pro for sending me all these fun little things to try all the time and share with you guys. I also appreciate you guys for stopping by and checking out these videos. I hope this helped if you're looking for something like this. I hope this answered any questions you might have. If you got more, drop them in the comments and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.